Let's have a look at this new solar panel being offered by Renogy. It's being called the ShadowFlux series high efficiency solar module in the 200 watt. So this is the N-type cell solar panel. It's supposed to be very efficient and also work quite well over a P-style solar panel or a traditional style solar panel. This is supposed to help eliminate some of the problems with shading, but you can have some partial shading on one end and still be getting at least half of the power from the solar panel instead of completely blocking out the whole solar panel if you have even just part of it shaded. So that's really cool. These are smaller and lighter. With this construction and the N-type cells, they can put more power in a smaller package. I'll put the dimensions as well as the weight of this particular 200 watt Renogy solar panel on the screen so you can check that out. I'll also put links in the description, so if I don't cover something in this video, you can get the information you're looking for off those links straight directly from Renogy. Let me take all this packaging off and stand this up and we'll get a closer look at it. So as you can see, they've got a black aluminum frame around it with some plastic corner built into the corners just to help protect them. As we come down the side, you can see Renogy ShadowFlux. And it's all blacked out looking panel, real nice looking panel. The half cells there, and apparently these are the N-type cells. My understanding is the N-type cells produce a little bit more wattage than the standard P-type cell. There's a look at the box and the MC4 connectors for the positive and negative. We've got some drain holes in the frame, pre-drilled holes for mounting already built into the frame. A location here for your ground if you're going to ground your solar array. And here's a look at the information on the back of the solar panel. And you can pause the video if you want to look at the technical information, but it's a 200 watt panel with an open circuit voltage of 36.5 volts. Optimum operating current is 6.38 amps. The Renogy ShadowFlux 200 watt solar panel, on the tag it says open circuit voltage is 36.5 volts. So let's check the open circuit voltage, see what we can get. 34.92 volts, open circuit voltage. Got the panel sitting up against my orange tree. And it's connected to the solar charge controller, and then I've got that coming over here to a battery over here on the ground. And we'll flip the switch and turn on the solar panel. The solar panel itself is 28, almost 29 volts. The way the panel's sitting right now, 5.82 amps out of that single 200 watt Renogy solar panel. Putting out a total of 168 watts. That's pretty nice. And it's really not at the proper angle, but there is no shading on the panel at the moment. But that'll give us some base numbers to work with. 28.8 volts. The tag said 31.3 volts. We're occasionally seeing 31 there, but closer to 28 at the moment, 29 the way it's sitting. I could probably angle it a little more and get a little better. Yeah, let me do that. We'll see if we can squeeze a little more out of it. There we go, 31 volts. And it is heating up as we go through this process, so 6 amps. Boy, that's darn near what it's rated for. Panel said 6.86 amps. See what we're getting for watts. 178, 177 watts. I can't complain about that. So far, it's performing really nice. All right, so here's where we've got the panel. Just kind of leaning up against my orange tree there. My charge controller over here. But let's just take this bucket lid. We'll cover up some of these bottom cells like that, and let's go back and look and see where we're at. Looks like we're still putting out 157 watts with the bucket lid on there. Okay, I put another bucket lid on it. Let's see what that's doing. Usually that would kill a panel altogether, but we're still seeing almost 107 watts. 108 watts with the 2 lids on it. And I'm going to remove both lids and we'll see what it pops back up to. Okay, no shade on the panel at all, 175 watts. Now if you have 2 or more of these Renogy panels, well, this applies to pretty much any solar panel, you can wire these in series. And when you wire them in series, you double the voltage. So this is 31.3 volts open circuit per panel. So I wire them both together in series, and I should end up with somewhere around 60 up to about 62.6 volts. And to wire these in series, you just take a positive from one panel, connect it to the negative from the other panel, and then that leaves you with a positive and a negative to go to your charge controller. That Apex 30 amp charge controller, I can go up to 100 volts of input from the PV. So I could probably just get away with series 3 of these panels together. That'd put me around 94 volts or so for the series. I only have 2, so let's just check these. And then we'll look at some of the performance that we're going to get out of that. And that's where your MPPT charge controller really adds the benefit, because it will turn that additional voltage into amperage to go into your battery bank. But we just want to get an open circuit voltage, so a positive to a negative, and then we'll test these two for the open circuit voltage. 73.1 with only 2 panels. So I probably would not be able to connect 3 in series. I would have too much voltage for the particular charge controller I'm using for this demonstration, that Apex 30 amp. I've got my LiFePro4 battery connected, 2 of the Renogy ShadowFlux 200 watt solar panels wired in series. And let's see what we're getting here. 59.5 volts. See, the panels are getting warm. They're sitting out here in the sun, so they're heating up. Only 3.8 amps, probably because of their angle to the sun. We'll mess with that here in just a second. 228 watts out of the 2 panels. So let me prop them up and see if I can optimize it a little bit. 3.84 amps coming out of the panels, and then on the battery side we're getting 16 amps going into the battery, so almost 3 times the amperage going into the batteries is what's coming out of the panels. And that's just because of that extra voltage being converted to amperage going into the battery. So let me optimize the panels here a little bit. I'll prop them up and we'll see if we can get a little better than that. All right, I've got them propped up a little bit here. Still not optimal, but a lot better than what it was. So we're at 59.63 volts. 60 volts for a second there, 5 amps, 307 watts. This is on the PV side. That's what we've put into the battery so far since I started this test. Now let's look at the battery side. 13.69 is where we're sitting on the battery voltage. See, we're getting 21.5, almost 21.3 amps going into the batteries. And we're getting that from 5 amps worth of solar power. And that's the beauty of the series with an MPPT charge controller. 5 amps out of the array, but 21 going into the batteries. So real nice, well-performing panels. And if you have them set up and optimized, I think they make a real nice array. And here's a look at the app for the battery that I'm charging with this Renogy array. Right there in the center of the screen, 22.3 amps. Just to the right of that, 298.06 watts power going into the battery from this array. Currently sitting at 13.36 volts. New Renogy ShadowFlux N-type half-cell solar panel. Real nice. I'll put all the information, links in the description for this solar panel if you're interested in more information. And if you click the video on the screen now, see another one of my videos. We'll see you over there.